I think that collaborations with Africa will actually help the world heal. So it's very essential, no matter what the differences have been, to see Africa not as people who need help, but Africa as a solution to the world's needs.
Because of the transatlantic trade, like you said, some of the people who passed through Ghana came from Nigeria. They came from Cameroon.
Senegal.
Yeah.
I speak much, but I speak with my brushes.
Wow.
I tell you stories through my brushes.
It was a beautiful day, the sun was smiling. And everything had gone well with me that morning. And then I heard your hello, excuse me girl. And the rest of the story you know. After all this time you're still here, baby.
If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and click on the bell button for new content updates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Princess Dumebi Show on Queen Goddess TV. Here in Hollywood today we have two amazing gentlemen all the way from Africa for something very important. So they're going to be here to tell us what they came to do. They were already somewhere in the morning, they had their meeting. So everybody help me welcome Joe and introduce yourself. Tell us about you, your company, what you do, and what inspired your mission.
Okay, first of all, my name is Joseph Chachu Sia. Come from Ghana. I'm an artist, and I'm here to have a business discussion.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have it successfully today.
Awesome, that's great.
Yeah.
And amazing. And introduce yourself.
My name is Steven Selassie Isio. Selassie is my middle name. Very African from East Africa and then from Ghana as well.
Awesome.
I'm a digital media personality. I'm also a young African leader with the Yali Network. We've heard of Yali before, the President Obama's leadership program.
Wow.
I'm a fellow. I'm also privileged to be a Tony Elumelu entrepreneur.
Oh,
2018.
awesome.
I'm also privileged to be a very, very proud African from Ghana.
Awesome, awesome.
And lead a group of people who run what used to be called Yali TV, which was a platform telling the story of young Africans but has transformed into a media center because now we do so much regarding training and then productions at the same time connecting the people of African descent, young people of African descent. I also lead an organization called the Bureau for International Development, Exchanges and Commerce.
Okay, that's I know.
Yeah, of which Mr. Joseph is one of the protocol officers, as well as, he does his stuff too. He will tell you much more about himself.
All right.
And we are so grateful to be here. We came to LA, Hollywood, to have business engagements to promote our coming project, which is happening right here in the United States. So I'm very sure later in the conversation we'll talk more about that.
Awesome. All right, so you know what we do. We talk about travel, business, and we're trying to make sure we collaborate with all Africans in the diaspora and at home. You decide where home is for you. Then when you leave home, any other place you go to is diaspora for you. But we are all connected. So that's why we're here. We're talking about this. You guys come from Ghana, right?
Sure.
So tell us a little bit about Ghana. Where, in your opinion, is the most beautiful part of Ghana?
Let him go first.
All right. Yes, speak up.
He has a whole lot of tourists. Yeah.
So, Ghana, as you may know, is it's called the center of the earth. Because the Greenwich Meridian and the other latitudes converge in Ghana. At the port of Ghana. It's called Teba. So Ghana is nicknamed the center of the earth. Also, it's also nicknamed the gateway to Africa for many reasons. Because of Ghana, the rest of Africa got liberated from its colonial masters, because the then president of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, led the African liberation with other wonderful personalities across the continent. And above all things, Ghana was at the center of the transatlantic slave trade. So when you come to Ghana, you see a lot of forts and castles all across the coast of Ghana. As a result of this, and not forgetting the recent one, Ghana hosts the headquarters for the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. So it means Ghana is also now the trade capital for Africa. So for these many reasons, Ghana gets to see a lot of people. So in the area of now trade discussions, investment discussions, Ghana has become a go-to place. CNN projected Ghana as one of the highest investment locations at the Dubai 2020 Expo in Dubai. Ghana was among the top 3 African destinations for investment.
Wow.
Another thing that makes Ghana very interesting is the warmth of Ghanaians. When you get to meet a Ghanaian, there's that warmth. Right above us, you see Akwaba. There's that Akwaba ideology about the Ghanaian, and because of that, no matter where you're from, no matter your race, no matter your religion, you are welcome to Ghana, and that has created a very good rapport for people who come to Ghana for tourism. Of course, Ghana has many other things. Tourist attractions across the country, from the north all the way to the south. We have of course, I mentioned the forts and the castles. Apart from that, we have a lot of canopy walks in the central region, in the Volta region, and the Greater Accra region. And there are a lot of historic locations in Accra where you get to see, visit the museum, where you get to see Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, his car, some of his stuff, his clothes he wore, the place of burial of the first, one of the liberators of African history, and so many other things. Of course, one of the most beautiful things about Ghanaians, as I said, is the people. The warmth of the people welcomes a lot of people into the country from all parts of the world. So you get to Ghana and you see Indians walking on the street freely. You will see Chinese walking on the street freely. You will see Europeans. You will see Americans. Currently, the year of return in 2019 was a big deal. It brought the focus of the world on Ghana because it marked and helped the whole world and people of African descent across the world to celebrate the year of return for people of black descent who, as a result of the transatlantic slave trade, were taken to dispersed across the world. So through that, it really puts a lot of light on Ghana, and over the past 3 years, 2020 put a pause on what will have come from the beyond of return. So it came in 2021 where we repeated what happened in 2019, and it's been awesome. Ghana is a place to be this December. Wherever you are in the world, be in Ghana in December.
Awesome. That's very expository on Ghana. So let's now, I want to ask you, Joe, what other countries in Africa have you ever visited? Have you been to other countries in Africa?
I've been to Togo. I've been to Benin.
Akbelo.
And
They're very close to Ghana, and that's good. I love it. So, because we're Africans, we want to be able to, break the borders. There's no border between us.
The artificial boundaries.
People created the boundaries for us, but we can go above that and still be our brothers and sisters. And that's how we can win. That's how we can actually win. So Togo, I've been to Togo, I've been to Benin. I actually stayed in Togo for about a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I stayed in Togo for about a year, so I know a lot about Togo, Asigame, Asiyeye, all those places. The Université du Benin, Togo. Yeah, so I was there. I had my French language classes there. Yeah, in Benin. I was in the University of Nigeria and Nsukka, and then I had to do my year abroad to go to Germany, France. And then something happened to my German visa, so I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna waste this year. I'm going to a French-speaking country in Africa.
Wow.
So we in TEP Club actually encourage inter-African schooling.
Yes.
You know, you don't have
Exchange
to
and
say
stuff.
exchange. You don't have to say until I get to France before I learn French, or until I get to Germany before I learn German. Yeah, or Belgium. Yeah. You know, things like that. So you could always go across the other neighboring country, and then you learn whatever you want to learn. Fernando Po is a country. You know Fernando Po?
I've heard of Fernando.
That's Equatorial Guinea. Yeah.
That's where Tete Kwashi from Ghana actually brought cocoa beans from.
Wow.
Has made Ghana. It has been intermittently number 1, number 2 gold producers in the world.
Awesome. You see that? It's an African country and they speak Portuguese. They speak Portuguese. So if you want to learn Portuguese, you can also learn it in Fernando Po, which is in modern days called Equatorial Guinea. And also if you speak Portuguese and you feel, oh, there's no place for me in Africa, honey, you could speak Portuguese in Africa. So you're welcome to Africa, yeah.
Angola.
And Angola, yes, they speak it there. So Portuguese is also close to Spanish. You know, they're not too different, yeah.
Sure.
So thank you. I mean, that's what we love to really have people, Africans who travel from within Africa. It's not just going to Europe or to the US. Sure. Because naturally we come to the US, but we want to encourage each other to, you know, visit the different continents, because we actually have different family because of the transatlantic trade, like you said.
Sure.
Some of the people who passed through Ghana came from Nigeria. They came from Cameroon.
Senegal.
Yeah. They just I've passed through all those. I've been to the one in Senegal, the point of no return in Senegal. I've been to the one in Nigeria. I've been to the one in Cotonou in Togo.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. They could take somebody from Cameroon or from Nigeria or from Ghana and move them to Senegal.
Sure.
So now your family is probably in Senegal and you don't even know. That's why we can't say, oh, this is a place that it must be here. We have to encourage everyone of us. But today, guys, we're talking about Ghana. So let's stick with Ghana. All right. So what would you tell people who have never visited Africa? What would you tell them about Africa? Would you encourage them to come, or would you be something like that?
I'm gradually see myself as the storyteller of Africa, and I want to be known like that in the next coming weeks, months, years, as a storyteller of Africa. I believe that Africa has a key role in many reasons, in the area of economics, in the area of food security, in the area of many industries today, even in the area of energy. Africa is an epicenter of global attention right now. And I believe that it will be a mistake for anyone who is a serious businessman not to have anything to do with Africa. It will be
That's deep.
a serious mistake for anyone who believes in global tourism and not visit Africa. So no matter where the industry is, it will be a big mistake for anyone in agribusiness, food security, not to do business in Africa.
Awesome.
Because Africa has the most arable land. Africa has the youngest average population. Africa has
Per capita income.
per capita income. Africa has another thing, the highest location for natural resources, and they are still discovering more. Discovering platinum, we are discovering more. In Ghana, for example, we are discovering all the coast, along the coast, petroleum wells are being discovered in large proportions. So I think that Africa is a place to have a connection to. it's not just about touting Africa, but it's about the connection of the world. Africa now holds the heartbeat of the world. So it's important.
It has always held the heartbeat of the world.
Of course. Now more than ever, because
now they realize it.
lands across the world have been depleted, but Africa still has resources. Fossil fuel across the world is being depleted. Africa is now discovering its resources.
And more.
And the best human resource or human capital across the world is coming from Africa today. In any industry, mention it, any industry you get them. So I think it's time for Africa, and it's time for the world to actually go to Africa for everything we need. And I think that collaborations with Africa will actually help the world heal. So it's very essential, no matter what the differences have been, to see Africa not as people who need help, but Africa as a solution to the world's needs today.
It has always been.
As always. But now it's time for recognition, because what has happened is there has not been that the recognition has not been given to Africa and the continent in many ways. But as I tell you, if Africa is recognized, its people are recognized, it will heal the rest of the world. And that's the time in which we are. So Africa is the next thing, big thing. That's always been big, but now in globalization, Africa is the next big thing.
Africa is it. You heard that. All right, so now that we know that Africa is an amazing place to be, and we've talked about Ghana, can you please tell us, Joseph, how easy it is to integrate into the Ghana community? Which cities or villages will you recommend for when people want to come, visit Africa, or maybe integrate, have a country home in Ghana? What city or village would you,
In Ghana,
right?
Everywhere, because of our hospitality.
Awesome.
Because we even like visitors more than ourselves.
So do we always tell ourselves that we like visitors more than ourselves?
You see, in Ghana, every diversity. If you go to the ethnic groups, everyone will welcome you. They want you to speak their dialects.
Yeah, they start teaching you.
Yes, for you to be able to have conversation with them easily. Their food, their clothing, everything in Ghana. That is how we are.
All right, so you said something about food.
Yeah.
Like, my parents from Nigeria, right? I mean, there's this controversy that's been going on about jollof.
No matter what you do, we are the best.
Well, we said Nigerian jollof is the very best.
It's good. The Nigerian needs to defend its own. It's
right, that's what we say, right?
But ours is the best.
But you know what?
Yeah.
There's something that we haven't realized that jollof is actually from the word wolof.
Wolof.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's just say jollof is the best. It doesn't matter where it came from, whether it's Nigerian or Ghanaian or Senegalese. Yeah. That rice, the way it's made, whether it's because even at home, your family, your mom will probably cook the jollof different. Recipe. Your own mom will cook different. I'll cook different. Yes. So jollof rice, guys,
it's an African dish.
It's taking over the world.
Guys,
go look for jollof. Right, that's it.
So why are we not marketing jollof?
We are. I think we are.
We have one thing too in Africa called kelewele. Have you heard of kelewele before?
Tell me about it. I know about
fried plantain.
Dodo.
Chopped small
with spices.
Oh yes.
So I don't speak much, but I speak with my brushes.
Wow.
I tell you stories through my brushes, my pencils, my
pens,
everything that I'll get hold of. Even now I'm going way back to eggshells.
Wow.
There is nothing that we should throw away.
Everything is useful.
Is very useful and important.
Everything is
in Africa. How are we going to do it? That is the way.
That's why we're here. That's why we're talking. That's why
Yes.
we're collaborating. That's why God is bringing us together
yeah.
to find solutions, to find, people who have been so blessed from time, and then suddenly there's a disenfranchisement from, like you said, we're very warm, welcoming people.
Yeah.
And then you welcome people and you train them, you teach them your secrets, you teach them your, I don't know, your religion, your hoodoo, your voodoo, you teach them your spiritual ways, and then in turn they use it probably against you. But because you're too loving. But now we understand that, okay, it happened. Now we could forgive until you're comfortable with certain things. God let you move forward. When you're comfortable, like, okay, God, I've learned what you wanted me to learn. I'll be careful next time.
Yeah.
So now we're coming together from all parts of the world, not just in Africa, all parts of the world. It's said that even if you have one drop of African blood in your blood, you're African. You might be as white as this light here, but you're African. There's nobody on planet Earth who doesn't stem from Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. All right, so that is what we're working. That's why we're here. That's why the initiative that's going on now. Because of that, now it's brought us to this. You see, it's brought us to this. Right. This is the collaboration, right? So tell me about this Black History Festival 2023, a celebration of U.S.-Africa ties and exchange by BIDEC. That is our Bureau for International Exchange and
Bureau for International Development, Exchanges and Commerce.
Yes. Perfect. So tell us about it. Let's know. Tell us about it. Let's know what the initiative is all about.
The Black History Festival became very essential after some series of conversations between the African program of the Wilson Center, based in Washington D.C., a component of the African program or African Bureau or the Department of State, the African Union mission to the United States, and some other proponents. Let me use the opportunity to say a very big thank you to the Jacobs Abbey Global Institute of Leadership, which played a very key role. They actually hosted our award ceremony, of which I was an awardee.
Congratulations!
And thank you. And as a result of that, we had opportunity to engage these institutions. And through the engagement, the theme throughout all these discussions was, how can we sell Africa to the rest of the world, specifically the diaspora of Africa, be it those who are originally from Africa who became immigrants, or those who were taken away from Africa many, many centuries ago.
Awesome.
So we noticed that the United States or America is has a huge gathering of Africa's diaspora. So how can we what could we do to actually connect Africa to US, and then also sell Africa to the United States, and so doing magnetizing whatever we sell to the United States to attract people back to Africa.
Awesome.
So that gave birth to the Black History Festival. So we had the first edition of the Black History Festival in collaboration with these entities in Washington DC at the peak of the Omicron. So this was to serve as a bridge between US and Africa to promote our rich culture, art, heritage, at the same time promoting trade, exchange, export and imports between Africa and the United States. Mind you, we have a lot of trade protocols between these two bilateral partners. So we want to take advantage of that. Open markets for African products and services in the United States, investment back into Africa. So we're promoting US, Africa, trade and development. And we also look at innovation and technology as a key connection between us. And of course, the fun part, our rich culture,
heritage,
food, clothing and all that. So this platform was created to bring all this together.
Awesome.
Where we bring government officials, diplomats, philanthropists, business owners, whether they are startups or well-established investors, together for a week, where we get to share ideas, look at the potential of Africa, exchange contacts, build networks, and then look at our rich history. And as a result of this program, also to honor some of the people of African descent, Black people who have made history both in the United States and in Africa, to honor them. So basically, this is the ideology of the Black History Festival. And someone asked sometime that why the United States, why not back in Africa? I tell you, it is an opportunity for us to tell our story and change the narratives of how Black Americans see Africa. And the best way is to bring the best of Africa to the United States, to really tell our story the best way possible through this dialogue, through this event, and that's what the Black History Festival is.
All right, so what's the date and the time? What's the date? Have a tentative date yet for 2023?
15th to 19th of February 2023, we're going to be in Columbus, Ohio.
Awesome.
The Midlands, where we will be joining forces from all parts of America, and we're bringing, this year we're focusing on the rest
That's
of
next
Africa.
year,
Yeah,
2023.
pardon me. Next year, 2023, we're going to focus on Ghana, Nigeria, Morocco, Kenya, and South Africa. But of course, it's open to all Africans. But the idea is to ensure that we grow. Last year we had Ghana, Senegal, and then Nigeria. Okay. But this year we want to expand to extra 4 other countries, so that we can focus and grow the brand. Once we grow, we'll be increasing the numbers as the years go on.
Awesome, that's great. So February 15th to 19th, 2023.
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
We'll be announcing the venues also later.
All right, great. Well, at least we have a date or tentative
we have the date.
So
we have the venue actually. We are just finalizing.
All right, great, great. So
it's going to be one of the historic venues in Columbus.
All right, that's awesome. All right, so guys, look out for this. Let's all
She'll be there.
Be prepared.
She'll be handling some of the sections. She'll be handling some of the plenary sections. So be there.
Be there. Be there. All right. So now, how can Americans, African Americans, I really don't like using African Americans.
Sure.
I want to say Americans. You know why? Because I was speaking to somebody, I was interviewing somebody the other day, and he's like, he's Haitian. So he's Haitian American. We're Nigerian Americans. So American is American. Everybody came from different places.
You have German Americans,
yeah.
Chinese Americans, but they don't call them Chinese
Americans. So Americans who live here or who are everywhere, how can they collaborate with this initiative? How can they come in with this commerce initiative? What do they need to know to be part of this program?
Somewhere in before the end of October. Currently, registration has been open for those in Africa.
All right.
Because we need to work on visa and all that, so we've started early. But for those in America, it's going to be open officially on the 1st of November. On all our partner websites and social media platforms, will be sharing it for us. And of course, so how can one participate? One, you can participate as a participant. Right. So all you need to do is, you'll love to hear about Africa, just book your ticket from wherever, come by train, plane, bus, your car, from all over the United States, and let's head to Columbus, Ohio.
Just get in touch with me. I'll book your ticket.
Awesome! Yeah, that's it.
Tap
so if you're in LA, you're in Hollywood, get in touch with the Tap Club.
Tap Club,
I'm even now booking a ticket now.
Tap Club. Yeah, we'll book a ticket for you. Sure. Yeah, or by train, Amtrak. You can come here. Come. Yeah, we'll get it done for you.
Sure.
Contact us.
Sure. Official partners of the Black History Festival in
Hollywood. We're right here. Right.
Sure. So let me not forget.
Yeah, remember.
The opportunity is also available for people who want to be, maybe you're into business, you're an investor, you want to know about Africa. There's an opportunity for you to be a delegate. Maybe you have a brand.
Right.
You want to sell in Africa. Maybe you have a special brand you believe that it will reach out to Africa. Maybe a hair product that is for Afro hair and it's natural hair. You want to sell in Africa. I think there's a big market there. It's an opportunity for you to actually exhibit. So you book as an exhibitor to be there. And also you could nominate people as speakers. Maybe you've met this wonderful personality that has been so Afrocentric in their ideologies, influential people. You could nominate these people to speak and also be honored.
Awesome.
So you could participate as a delegate, a participant, a speaker, an exhibitor, in these 4 categories. And not to forget, you could sponsor. So you have a brand, you have a service that you think that this platform actually speaks your language. It's going to lead you to get access to some people. Of course, there are going to be high-level personalities, politicians, government leaders, businessmen coming in. So we could also be a sponsor of this program. So we will be opening up a lot of that so that people get to know how they could sponsor. Of course, keep watching this channel for updates on the Black History Festival and how you could connect and
also not forgetting the galleries and also artists on board.
Musicians,
everybody. We are inviting you on board. Okay.
So I was just coming to ask you about your art. You talked about using your brush, and tell me about your art. I'm sure you're the one in charge of that part of the conference.
My art inspires every corner, everywhere, and I also train kids. We train kids through art. Past those days, you'll be in class, and the teacher will come. Whilst you are afraid, picks the cane, then you start shivering. And now we've moved out of that thing. Using an art to teach a kid, paint, use your pencils. We call it crayons and all those things. Then if you bring livelihood within the classroom, everybody is eager to learn. And need to catch it and to catch fire. So we want to see each and everyone over there. We'll teach kids to
he has an NGO.
I have an NGO called Help.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that.
That is my name, Help.
Tell me about it.
Help.
Tell us about it.
Help is, the full meaning of Help is humanity empowerment for livelihood partners.
That's a powerful one.
So that is the meaning of Help. Help is there to train kids through art, as I'm saying. To let them understand what they are doing very well. So that is the meaning of Help.
All right. I love it.
And
I love it.
marshalling all those who are into art.
For the program.
And he's going to be here in the US to the program. So if you're an artist, you're into painting, you're into anything creative,
either sculpture, paintings, every medium, everything about art.
He's the person to get to. Of course, if you want to get in touch with him, you know where to be. Get in touch with her,
the right
channel.
So guys, listen very well. If you're an artist, every media of art, get in touch. We'll get you to this program. If you want to be exposed, if you want to expose your art, if you want the world to know you across the borders of the USA, to the motherland,
one of the biggest.
You need to show up for this. Yes, you need to show up for this program. Get in touch. Let us know. We'll let you into everything that you need to have.
How to register. What it will cost you.
It's not expensive. It's just comfortable. So you come be part of the program. All right. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Now, talking about collaboration, we're waiting for you. All right. Now, do you have any planned upcoming programs in Ghana that are club members? We do travel, education, business. That club members can participate, so we can plan a trip to Ghana from the US.
December has become a major celebratory month in Ghana. It used to be in August, where we have Pana Festival, Emancipation Day, but now December has become the ish.
Like Ghana. December when?
I tell you, right from Christmas Eve all the way to the 5th of January. It has become a celebratory period. Most of the celebrities you want to see there. You know, Afro music has become the new
world,
genre of music. And all the stars you want to see, they are in Ghana. There's Afrochella, there's Afro Nation, there's Sarkodie's program.
Sarkodie.
Yeah, Sarkodie has this program on 24th or 25th. One of them, he has his concert.
Yeah.
And there are many other mega. This guy Manifest has his concert as well. There are major concerts, and it's like a festive mood. So we're inviting you guys to Ghana in December. Next year we have some major programs. We're having a homecoming in Ghana in the month of August, summertime. We want to bring people who actually participate in the Black History Festival in February. We want to replicate and give them the opportunity to actually visit the motherland. And we believe that Ghana is a gateway, so we're bringing you to Ghana. But we're not saying stay in Ghana, go to the rest of Africa. So what's going to happen is 2024, we'll be going to New York City for the Black History Festival. After that, we'll move to another country. Hopefully, it might just be Nigeria. So it's going to be like that. When we have the Black History Festival, we do a homecoming edition in another African country. So stay tuned to this very channel for information on how you could participate in the beautiful celebrations in December and the homecoming edition of the Black History Festival in summertime.
Okay,
August.
No, that's in
August in Ghana.
US is February.
Yes.
Ghana is August.
Yes.
You get that? US Black History Festival in February 2023.
The homecoming edition.
Then homecoming in August in Ghana.
Yes.
All right. So get ready, get prepared. We'll get you all the information you need.
Sure.
So I was about to ask that question, like, when are you visiting the US again? Would you be able to bring a tour group from Ghana to the US so it will be a win-win for both sides?
Of course. February we bring in businessmen, delegates,
government
officials from Ghana, Morocco, Kenya, South Africa. Did I mention Nigeria? To the Black History Festival. So we're targeting a minimum of 200 delegations from Africa. Minimum.
All right.
That excludes those who come on their own. Like this year when we had the program, there were people who just appeared. They just came because they saw the advert.
Awesome.
But there are people we coordinated. So it's going to be interesting. You could just visit, if I may, www.blackhistoryfestivals.com. www.blackhistoryfestivals.com to get more information on how you could actually get to be part. Of course, stick to this very channel for updates periodically, and you get to know how to join this train to the Black History Festival.
Awesome. www.blackhistoryfestivals.com. Go and check it out. You get phone numbers, email addresses there on who to contact, and you could also go to teplop.com, get information there, and call us. We will talk to you. We'll let you know everything
and
that you need.
You could download this beautiful brochure e-copy, so that you could get more information about it.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on the show. And you have anything you would like to tell us? Who do you want to send a shout out to? Send a shout out to your family. Say hi to somebody.
Hi everyone. I'm sending these shout outs to everybody who watched and listened to us.
All right.
Thank you very much.
And you?
Special shout outs to, of course, the Tech Club members. To anyone who believes in Africa. It's a good time to be connected to Africa.
Right.
And of course, to people we've worked with in the past, we are very grateful. Hey, how could we forget Camille? Camille and Van Damme and his team. They are very grateful for engaging with you here in DC and Hollywood. We had a lot of fun too. We played football with some guys from China, from Argentina and Mexico. It was fun around last time I said the last
Yeah,
time
the last one.
we had soccer together. It was fun.
Awesome.
This is a shout out to them. We are going to make sure they watch this. So I send them shout out. It was nice. And how can we forget her? The Queen herself. We are very grateful to you.
Oh,
and big things happen with people with big hearts.
Yes.
And I believe if the TED Club, a lot of big things are going to happen. Being a member of the TED Club, because a lot of big things are already happening right here.
Awesome.
Thank you for always watching this program and share the link with as many people as possible. This is a platform that needs to go global.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Guys, you heard it from the amazing man from Ghana, our own people. They said, come home. Be part of what is going on that you could even think or imagine. And we're going really fast too. So join us. Let us see you. Check www.blackhistoryfestivals.com. Check tedclub.com. Check on all the travels that we're planning. We're going to put the travel for August next year on our TED Club website, so you also be a part of it. All right. See you, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Hey there, Wakanda. Have you been having a deep feeling to visit your roots? Are you African in the diaspora? And never visited Africa? African American, African European, African Australian. Now you have a chance to find yourself starting this summer and or this Christmas. It's homecoming for all African Americans and all Africans in the diaspora. Destination Motherland Africa. What do you stand to gain? Healing of your body, soul and spirit. What would you lose? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Itinerary and attractions of this special vacay. Visit to royal palaces. African ancient civilizations. Visit slave trade routes. Renaming ceremony. Language immersion. Cooking classes. Cultural displays. Safaris. Waterfalls. Hot and cold water rivers and streams. 5-star resorts. Relaxing nature visits to the beach. Powered by TED Club and DGI Limited LLC, Hollywood, California. It's about that time see Africa and live again. Welcome home.
If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and click on the bell button for new content updates. Thank you. Thank you.
It was a beautiful day, the sun was smiling. And everything had gone well with me that morning. And then I heard your hello, hello, excuse me girl. And the rest of the story you know. After all this time you're still here.